Welcome back to the kitchen. We've got the gents out here. I love this change of scenery.
I love it.
Breaking down
Can I have some as well,
yeah,
please?
of course,
please,
my man.
throw some my way.
Some
Thank
of that.
you.
And now I know that shopping for ingredients has become more difficult, and we sometimes struggle to stay inspired and eat healthily at the same time, as we #stay at home. But thankfully, BWELL and Espresso have you covered with this homemade hummus, pita bread, and salad recipe using BWELL's dairy-free mayo, along with a standard set of pantry ingredients that most of us should already have at home. You can enjoy a home-cooked meal for the entire family, keeping you healthy, happy, and entertained during the lockdown period. And don't forget, obviously, to wash your hands and sanitize for at least 20 seconds before getting down into the business. Tabiso Makubela, what is going down? Are we ready?
Well, I'm so ready, but I'm really so excited about this one because we're staying at home, but at the same time, we get to travel to the Middle East in our culinary delight that we're making this morning. And I'm particularly very excited about this because you know me, I'm not like #1 in the kitchen.
I'm finding this out, yes.
But I'm not like #5 either. So I'm like in the middle. You know, I'm like #3 in the kitchen. So I'm going to be showing you how to make a very delicious and creamy and rich and delicious hummus spread, as well as some nice little shut-in on the side. I'll tell you why I'm calling it that, okay, cool? So let's just go through some of our ingredients. First of all, you got some chickpeas, okay?
I love chickpeas, I must say, rich in fiber.
Yes.
It's got good protein,
Yeah.
and it's going to especially assist us in our immune systems during this time.
That's right. So we're getting all of that good stuff in there. And then you got some spices in there. We've got cumin and paprika, which is fantastic. So you get those
flavors.
nice spicy flavors. They're rich as well coming through. Some salt and pepper. Get the salt in there and pepper. Mix it all
Good
together.
electrolytes in that salt as usual as well.
Absolutely. And then some lemon juice, which we've prepared fresh here in the studio, in the kitchen. Put that in there.
I must say, you're handling this very well. I'm impressed.
Well,
holding
I
it
told
together
you,
in the
I'm
kitchen.
not #5, but I'm not #1. I'm somewhere in the middle. And then you add some water because I can already tell this is going to be quite thick. Depending on how thick you want it to be or not so thick you want it to be, you can add as much water as you want. Just keep monitoring and making sure that it's not obviously watery. You don't want it to be watery. And then this is the king of this particular dish and this hummus that I'm making. This is our BWELL olive and canola mayonnaise, which is fantastic. You want to do 2 big scoops of this in there. 1, 2, or however many that you want, really. This is fantastic. I really like this because it's endorsed by the Heart and Stroke Foundation, which is really good. The story of it is fantastic because it stands and represents good health and living and all the things that we want to get out of
I think, Tabiso, if
food
I'm
we're
looking
eating.
at these ingredients correctly, I do stand to be corrected.
Yeah.
But if I'm seeing that this is gluten-free, egg-free, and dairy-free, we've got chickpeas, which is coming from a lovely plant base.
Yeah.
And then everything else here is also fresh from the garden, essentially.
Yeah.
Surely that makes this a vegan meal, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, that's exactly it.
Wow,
This is
beautiful.
it's one of those
Obviously
meals
meat-free.
that you can all have. Yes, it is meat-free. Everyone can have this and enjoy it, and you can really dip into it. So I'm about to mix it all up together in here.
Work that blender, boy.
And of course, if you want to get your hands on this recipe, we have made it available on our website, expressoshow.com. Go and find it. We've put it there. Easy steps. And as you've seen as well, the ingredients that we're making use of, it's not that many ingredients, so it's very quick and simple and easy stuff to get. Most of the stuff you'll have at home already as well, right?
Generally, yeah, this should be definitely lying out in the pantry or in the fridge, and I think there's a lot of alternatives that we could still create the same effect, provided we have those chickpeas, of course. Everything else can create a... Must say, Tabiso, that is looking like a beautiful consistency. That is incredible, my man. I'm very impressed.
This is good, and I like that it's not so thick as well, because you don't want it too thick, especially if you're going to be leaving it on the table, everybody helping themselves over time. It can dry up very quickly, so you want to make sure that it lasts on the table for as long as possible. The thing is, it won't last off the table, so you're not going to be able to put it in the fridge because people are going to finish it because it's nice, it's delicious.
I'm with you now.
We're done with this.
Especially if I'm here, at least, because it's smelling really good.
If I'm here myself. Okay, so then now we're making the salad. What I like about the salad, the tomatoes, the cucumber, already all the goodness that's coming through from there. You know, I don't have to say anything about it. Then some onions. Let's put some onions in there. Throw in some onions, okay. And then I've got some olives. Throw in some olives in there.
We're just going for a little big up mix over here?
Absolutely. And then some vinegar. The vinegar is fantastic because The vinegar just sort of neutralizes the flavors of all these ingredients that I've put in there, right? And a little bit of the BWELL olive oil that we're getting in there. You don't want to make too much, but you also don't want it to not be nice and like oily. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You want it nice and oily.
You don't want a soggy salad.
No, nobody likes that. Nobody likes that. So I'm gonna mix all of this up, and then we've got some chives, freshly chopped chives in there. You can put as much as you want. And of course, if you want to get your hands on this recipe one more time, go on expressoshow.com. We've put it up there with a list of ingredients and all the steps involved. And there you go. Before you know it, this is very quick and easy. Easy enough for a tabiso to make in the kitchen, and that tells you how quick and simple it is, but all the goodness that you can expect from any BWELL product that is, of course, endorsed by the Heart and Stroke Foundation. So what you do is you grab some bread. This is what we made earlier. Okay? Look at you smiling.
I'm blown away.
So delighted. I love it. Some bread over here. I'll leave some for you. But it's pretty simple. We've already coated this bread of ours with BWELL olive oil as well. You just like nicely spread, nicely. Then you eat.
And what is the verdict over there, Tabiso?
Do you want me to tell you? Delicious.
Guys, I am absolutely impressed by Tabiso, man. I've never seen work like this in the kitchen before, especially from you. I had my doubts, but I think we definitely pulled through. The gents have held it down in the kitchen. So join us after the break where we've got some more health, wealth, and wellness coming at you and everything COVID. See you.